Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings today. NLC TUC is doing everything to bring Uzodinma's government to their knees, at least for them to do the needful, the demands of the people. First of all, at least to apologize for being part of what happened to the national chairman of the NLC. I'm going to give you full details of what the sister unions are doing right now. As of yesterday, there was an instruction that there shouldn't be light in Imo State. Second was that fuel supplies will be stopped, and also there shouldn't be air flights to Imo State. Right now, the A guys have done the needful, and unfortunately, what they have declared Uzodinma to be is not good for a governor who is vying for a second term in the next few days. But let's look at details of the news. All flights to Owerri, Imo State, from airport across Nigeria have been blacklisted by the union in the aviation industry. The action followed a joint directive by the Labour Union, which consists of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, and the TUC, as Trade Union Congress, in response to the brutalization of the NLC President Joe Ajaero in Owerri last week. The joint statement issued by the Aviation Union, which includes the National Union of Air Transport Employees, NUATE, Air Transport Service Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, ATASSSAN, Association of Nigerian Aviation Professional, and the National Association of Aircraft Pilot and Engineer, confirmed this decision. The joint statement by the General Secretaries, including Comrade Ocheme Abba, NUATE, Frances Akinjole, and Umar Ofonime, NAAPE, also declared Governor Uzodinma persona non grata in all airports. According to the statement, it says, following the escalation of the imbroglio created by the mayhem unleashed on workers by the Imo State government of Uzodinma and the continuing insensitivity of the government over the matter, and in compliance with the directive of the Joint Neck Session of the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC and the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria TUC, that both named unions, being affiliates of NLC and TUC, hereby direct all aviation workers, both public and private, to withdraw all services to all Owerri flights inward and outward from any airport in Nigeria with effect from midnight of 8th of November 2023, which is today. In addition, the person of Uzodinma, the governor of Imo State, is hereby declared persona non grata at all airports in Nigeria until he purges himself of bestial tendencies. Our union will make further effort through our international affiliation to blacklist Uzodinma worldwide. Furthermore, all aviation workers in Sambakwe International Cargo Airport, Owerri, are hereby directed to stay at home, also with effect from midnight today, 08 November 2023, as directed by NLC and TUC. Based on the above, the State Council and all branches of the union will meet today at 5 p.m. in Lagos and Abuja to agree on modalities for carrying out the above directive. The meeting in Lagos will be held at the NUATE Secretariat, while that of Abuja will be at GAT as Pilgrim Terminal. By this notice, the airport management, airline operating into and out of Owerri, intending airport passenger into and out of Owerri, and the general public are hereby advised about this situation so as to be forewarned. It has also been reported that the strike action is of an indefinite nature until otherwise directed by NLC and TUC. Uzodinma has seen unthinkable things. I'm telling you, he is better for him to align with what these guys are asking him to do than to render a state like Imo State in this kind of situation. I don't know what's going on, but from all indication, I think that it's time for some of these governors to realize that no matter how much strength they have, they can also be held back. They can be restrained using different machineries, and one of it is NLC and TUC, and I must commend them for this stand, because unionism is one important part of labor. If it is being played down on, written off automatically, some of those who do not really have human feelings would treat labor without any consideration. And I feel that this move is a good one and should be supported by laborers, because unfairness to one is unfairness to all. If you feel that it's wrong and you keep going to work and all of that, it's going to be your turn someday, It's going to be your turn. And when it's your turn, I tell you the truth, people like that who have little or no feelings about other people, they would treat you the same way they treated Ajero. And I feel this is a good one in the right direction. Nigerians have reacted to it, and I must say this is getting very interesting. And most interestingly is the fact that he's been declared persona non grata. In other words, he's not welcome in any of the airports. I don't know how that is going to be done, because though he's still the governor of Imo State, so some level of control, he has some level of control, in the airport, because those airports are not owned by labor, it's owned by, I think, the state or the federal. However, the situation is really, really worsening, and I feel he shouldn't look at it from the perspective of being subdued by labor. He should look at it from the perspective of you're interacting with the people that employed you to work for them or to represent them. You need to sometimes to go into dialogue with them and align with the things that they want you to do. Imagine in your own state you have been declared persona non grata because of some reasons which is so obvious that you need to handle. Wake up and do the needful. This is totally wrong. Nigerians have really reacted to this. Some say it's very good for him, but if he does not respond, number one, it's going to tear apart the economy of Imo State. Imolites are going to suffer a great deal. Imagine not having any of the services of a cargo, what it will mean to most people who are traveling often. And if it's been delayed for as long as 2 weeks, it's going to ground virtually everything in Imo State, which is not a good one. I'm telling you, it's needful that he wakes up and do what he's supposed to do. Reaching out to these guys will not change anything. Let them understand that to err is human, to forgive is divine. And start reinstating a lot of people, because we are a few days away from the gubernatorial election. Imagine if all of these things keep on sufficing, and now that the commissioner has been changed, Frank Ba is now there, and Frank Ba will want to have a clean slate. At least it's just there for a few days. He will want to have a clean slate. So imagine being an incumbent and being defeated in your state as a governor. That would be a big blow. And he has stepped on the tails of a lot of people. That will be a big blow. So I think right now he will have to do something to at least get back the minds of the people. That's what we would like to leave it. Let's meet in our conversation. What's the standpoint on this? Do you think that Imo State is going to what is quite undeserving because of their governor? And do you think he will be brought to knees with this next with this new move by the NLC and the TUC?